cruise missile incoming.
Enemy in Enemy at the dumpster.
Enemy personal radar in the air.
What is up, y'all? Welcome back to another video, and we are here today finally with the Demascus camo after the long grind, which didn't take that long, but after the long grind of just banging out, you know, categories of guns and things like that, trying to put up videos with each category when I got them platinum. It took a little while, but hey, we are here, and I'm just gonna get straight into the map and showcase all of the guns and just let you guys know which ones were difficult and what did I do for certain ones, and how I made it easier basically, and which one was the easiest to do. All right, I'll see you guys in the game. Now that we're in the game, we are going to show the guns. We're starting off with the model shotgun. I think it looks really good with the gun now that I see it this way. But what I have to say about shotguns is that shotguns was very easy. I don't think there was any single class of weapons when it comes to the shotguns, assault rifles, and all that other stuff that were actually difficult, you know what I mean? But I think that certain guns were hard. So for shotguns, of course, the VLK Rogue was kind of just a pain. But the thing is that I think the hardest challenge on the shotguns, you know what I mean, out of the headshots and the crouch kills and the whatever, is that is the point blank kills. I don't know why I completely just spaced that right there. And you're probably like, what are you talking about? Point blank kills with a shotgun are probably the easiest thing to do. You should get point blank kills. And the thing is that the distance on point blank kills is actually much closer than you think. And when I was going for it, I found that out the hard way after failing a bunch of times to get point blank kills, and it becoming the hardest thing I had to do for shotguns and nothing else. I would get headshots way easier than point blank kills. So what it was that this distance was too far, this distance was too far, and I literally had to be right up on someone just to be able to get the point blank kill, which was just annoying over time, you know? But I ended up banging it all out, and yeah, I would say that this is another easy class to do. I wouldn't say this is very difficult. I would just say that the point blank kills and some of the other challenges for it just take a little bit of pushing through, really. And now I'm going to flip over to the SA-87 just to talk about the LMGs. Now listen here with the LMGs, all right? The LMGs were the easiest, or one of the easiest subclasses I had to do. It was super easy. I got LMGs done in about 4 hours. So listen, so easy, unbelievably easy. Yeah, with maps like Shoot House and things like that. And I think what it really is, what really made it easy is not them themselves just being, very good guns. I think what it really did was the challenges being so much lower than other guns. For SMGs, I think it's 50 long shots or 50 something for other challenges. And then for this right here, this gets cut down to like 45, 40, 45 or 40. It gets cut down to like 45 or 40 or something like that. And that just made it so much easier to just breeze by some of the harder challenges, because those were really the ones that weren't hard. None of the challenges were actually hard. Those were really just the challenges that kind of took time. basically. It was time-consuming challenges instead of difficult challenges. None of them were actually really difficult. But yeah, that's really it for the SA-87 and the LMGs and the shotguns. Now I'm gonna switch over to marksman rifles and sniper rifles. I will be right back. All right, now we are here with the marksman rifles. I think that the marksman rifles were way easier than I thought they were going to be. The marksman rifle kind of just took, again, like I said with the other ones, every single gun here, right? I think that anybody can get Demascus. I think any single gun here really just takes pushing through. You gotta kind of just push through and you will be able to get this. Like, I don't, I've heard people be like, oh, if you're really bad at the game, nah, forget about what they gotta say. They're stupid. Anybody could get this. I'm not that good at this game. And I kind of just one day decided. I went, okay, ARs, I got them platinum. All right, let's go for the rest. Literally, that's kind of just how it went. Let's go for the rest now. I got time. So I think the marksman rifles really just took pushing through. If I had to say the hardest gun inside this like class of guns for marksman rifles, it's definitely the crossbow. Definitely. And now let's switch over to sniper rifles. I think seriously? Mowing the lawn? I don't know how well you can hear that. Nah, money, you gotta be joking. We will be right back. Now that we're back, literally just had to close the window, but now it's boiling in the room, so thanks to him. But again, with sniper rifles, it really just took pushing through. Nothing was too difficult, nothing took too long. I just really needed to try, I really needed to just try, and then I was gonna get through it. All the long shots and things like that, I thought that smaller maps was gonna hurt it, but it never did. I really enjoyed my experience getting the marksman rifles and the sniper rifles platinum. And now on to the next class of guns. We are here now with the M4A1, if I am correct. Yes, okay, I got the name right. We are here with the M4A1, and my personal feelings about assault rifles, getting assault rifles platinum, is that assault rifles platinum is probably the most time consuming other than the launchers. We are going to get to how difficult, or not how difficult, how stupid that was. But yeah, basically, again, with assault rifles, it really just took me just grinding basically for those 100 and whatever long shots and mounted and this and dumb amount of challenges. It was so like ugh, but at the end of the day, I got it. I just literally kept playing and just didn't think about it, and I have it now. And would I say it's worth it? I would very much say it's worth it. But let's flip over now. If I had to say the hardest gun to do in the assault rifle class, it has to be the FAL, the burst. All the other ones were very easy. All right. Now to the Uzi. Submachine guns, okay, guys? Submachine guns. Very, very easy. You're probably used to hearing YouTubers go, this was the most difficult thing I've ever... And it's like, not really. Most of the classes of weapons were very, very easy, and submachine guns especially. Submachine guns went by very fast. Yeah, it was just enjoyable too. I was doing the assault rifles, and I was like, like some of these just aren't good, and they're just not my play style and things like that. And I got to the SMGs, and it was just so fun to do, guys. Before we switch to the next weapon, if I had to say the hardest SMG to do, I would say none of them. All right, onto the riot shield and knife, I think. We are now here with the riot shield and knife. Let me come up here where there is some sun. Here with the riot shield and knife, and I think this looks amazing. From the other side, I've seen it, and I just think it looks really good. I would have to say that I thought the riot shield and the knife were going to be very difficult, and I ended up doing them in 2 hours. So really just get your head away from, oh, this is going to be so hard, this is going to be so hard. And I kind of just went, all right, let me just do everything I know how to do when it comes to using these type of weapons and put it to the test. And it really just worked. You know, it really just worked. I would have to say the hardest challenge for riot shields would be chain kills. You have to get 25. You had to get 3 kills without dying 25 times. And I was like, Jesus, that's going to take forever. But now onto the other part of the melee weapons. The secondary is the knife, and the knife was so easy. If I had to tell you a gun that was one of the easiest ones to do, or a weapon, because it isn't a gun, would be the knife. It took no amount of time, maybe an hour. Okay, I would have to say the easiest challenge would be crouched kills. Easiest challenge, the hardest challenge for the knife would have to be crouched kills. But other than that, it was a very easy experience for me. And I would say, if you want advice on how to do it, just push through onto the next. With the next class of guns on the list would be the pistols. I chose the Deagle because it was like the biggest one, and maybe it could show the camo better. Pistols. Listen, guys, I know you might be tired of me saying it. Super easy. Okay, I'm sorry. It was super easy. Super easy. Pistols took no amount of time. I think I did pistols in about 3 hours. I could have done this Demascus in way less days if I grinded way more, I would say. Like, if I was consistent. Like, I grinded a lot, but if I was like on all the time, just always playing, I could have done this way faster. But I would have to say that pistols are one of the easiest, and if I had to recommend anything for anyone to get platinum on this game, it would be pistols. It takes no amount of time, none at all. It is super fast. I did it in 3 hours, and I already got my first pistol gold without even thinking about it. Like, it kind of just unlocked when I was regularly playing with it. So I would say pistols, the easiest class to get platinum. Now let's move on to the next one. And now on to the hardest, the final but hardest thing I had to do in the game were rocket launchers. And this one right here, let me not even get started. I'm trying to tell you about this one right here. Listen, what I have to say is this. If I'm able to aim in like how far can I shoot? If I'm able to aim in like this, my rocket can go all the way up in the air, right? And come back down. And you die, you're ass at the game. Stop playing the game. I can't tell you how hard it was to get kills with the Joker. It took forever. But other than kills with the Joker, anything was difficult with the Joker. The RPG was the second. I would actually say the RPG was probably the hardest because it was just the assist. But, hey man, when it comes to the RPGs, that is the only reason this video even came that late after the last video I posted for Demascus, is literally because of this right here. This gun, these guns, all RPGs took more than 2 days. If I'm going to be honest, and you guys might not believe me, there was no class of weapons except for the ARs in this one, and the ARs was that way just because I was basically doing them all year without thinking about it. But besides the ARs in this one, there was no other class that took me less than a day to complete all of them, guys. Do you understand? So when I tell you that the RPGs were bad, they weren't really hard. Let's back up. but they were just a nuisance to use always. It would just make you look like an absolute scrub. But yeah, basically, guys, I want to say this, right? If you guys are thinking about going for Demascus and there are people saying, oh, you're ass, you can't do it, this and that, listen, right? Fuck them, all right? It's bullshit. It's absolute bullshit. This was one of the easiest things I have ever done for a grind. Ever. Okay? Easiest. One of the easiest things I've ever done for a grind ever. Do not believe them. You can get this if you want to get this. It literally just takes determination, just pushing through all of the guns, and eventually you will get it. You don't have to do it as fast as I did. I think with in-game time, I clocked 4 hours of 4 days of in-game time, and in real life, I started this when there were 15 days left, right? I started this when there were 15 days left. Finished all the other classes when there were 11 days left on the battle pass, and now there are only 7 days left, which means I was doing the RPGs throughout the rest of those days. You know what I mean? Do the math. But listen, guys, super easy. I would say that if you want to do it, you can do it. And yeah, that basically concludes the video. Look, guys, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please like, subscribe, share it. Like I say before, you can share it with anybody, even your granny. Okay? Thank you very much for watching, guys, and I will see you at another time. Peace out.